Here we are then, once again, with F1 2021 and another part of my Immersive Driver Career Mode with Ferrari. And today we have got the Austrian Grand Prix around the Red Bull Ring. Let's have a little look at the season result for last season. We, of course, finished in 5th place. It was our first points finish. It was an absolutely crazy race with lots of safety cars. And if we have another Grand Prix as good as that this year, it will be a fabulous occasion. So leave a like if you're enjoying the series. I have had another couple of comments about why this series is immersive recently, so I will say it once again. The reason this series is called Immersive Driver Career Mode is because we are not in control of the R&D. The team are completely in control of it. We have had a failed development on the Ultimate. It will be in place for the 11th of July, which I believe is just after the British Grand Prix. So you can see how much performance will be gained from that. If we have a look at this screen in particular, you can see we would head in front of Aston Martin. Still behind Alpine, which is a bit disappointing, but hopefully moving into those positions where we're continuously competing for podiums. So that's why it's called immersive. We've got the rules on the strictest they can be, that sort of thing. All I do is drive. That's you know what an F1 driver does. They don't get involved in the R&D, certainly to this extent. So that is why it's immersive. You know, there's nothing I can do to change how Ferrari will be performing. Any contracts that I sign throughout this career mode will have a massive amount of risk attached to it. So, like we've seen with Ferrari, they won the final 2 Grand Prix of the season last year. They were looking good. The regulation changes came in. Ferrari hadn't protected any of their R&D. I had no say in all of that, and we dropped down to the 6th fastest team. That's the way it goes. But yes, let's see how we get on in qualifying. Hopefully that answers your questions. I will probably leave it in the description from now on, though. I have said it multiple times. But here we go. Let's see how qualifying goes. Well, here we come up to the line, and it's 1:03.8. That is a very slow lap time. Gonna have to do so much better than that.
Charles is sitting in pole. He's in pole position.
Well, here we go then. Up to the line we come, and just behind Lance Stroll. But that's 3 laps that we've put onto these tyres, and well, finally we corner cut, unfortunately. But that might not be enough to get through to Q2. Well, there we go then. We just come over the line and we are through to Q2, but that's the slowest this car's felt for a long time. I'm going to be honest. That was poor. It really was. And a 103 flat is what we come out with, and we're well slower than our teammate Charles Leclerc, but just enough ahead of the drop zone to be comfortable. But I don't see how we get through Q3 here, but we will try our very best. Well, here we go then, up to the line. Not good enough. Not good enough. Only P12, and that is a huge shame. That is a massive shame. We're through to Q2, but not to Q3. And well, P12, and just behind Charles Leclerc, only a 1/10 of a second behind him. So we're both out in Q2, which is a bit of a disaster for us, to be honest. But I guess it does give us a little bit of a strategical advantage in the race. So let's see how we get on.
Good afternoon and welcome to Spielberg, and to a circuit that in one form or another has held every Austrian Grand Prix in the championship, except the very first back in 1964. It was at this race that John Watson lost a bet and his beard when he took Team Penske's only F1 victory in 1976. If anything, the stakes are even higher today, with 25 points available for victory and a crucial advantage in the championship fight. It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, edging out Max Verstappen, who'll start from P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Bottas, Perez, Fernando Alonso and Norris, Raikkonen, Ricciardo, Vettel and Pierre Gasly, Leclerc, the captain, Yuki Tsunoda and Stroll, Giovinazzi, Ocon, Mick Schumacher and George Russell, Mazepin and Nicholas Latifi. That's it then, it's time to go racing as we head to trackside for today's race.
After the points finish last race, let's aim to keep the momentum going.
So here we are then, down on track, and by the looks of things, there is a one-stop strategy that is 5 seconds faster than the two-stop. I don't really know why it was dumping us onto the two-stop. I think we try and make the one-stop work. What's the worst that can happen? You know, we have to come in a bit later on and we fall outside of the points. Like it's probably going to happen anyway. I'm not sure we've got the pace around here, as Charles Leclerc has shown, really. So, yes, here we go then. Let's see how we get on in this Austrian Grand Prix. Here we go then. Lights out, away we go here in Austria. Not the worst start off the grid that we've ever had, but we're going to be under pressure into the first corner because it gets very, very tight. We managed to just about survive it. We have lost a position down into 13th, but as long as we settle into this Grand Prix, we may well have the pace to pass some of the folks on track. Taking it nice and easy into turn 3. Good exit there. Charles Leclerc right on our inside, makes a little bit of contact. I think we should be okay though. And we've got the outside line and we are through on our teammates. So back up into 12th where we started. We've got Daniel Ricciardo just in front of us in the McLaren, and you know, we know we've got to look after these tyres. We can't afford to burn the rubber off them too quickly here. Oh, there's a big impact up ahead. I think somebody lost their front wing. Not entirely sure.
Slow down. Your
Oh,
delta is negative,
I think we've got a safety car, or a virtual safety car at least. So virtual safety car is out. Looks like Charles Leclerc has lost his front wing. Lance Stroll has been given a 5-second penalty. Not entirely sure what that's for. But, well, the virtual safety car has certainly neutralised the situation. We were keeping a close eye on events in front of us. Yeah, Vettel looking like he has got no front wing. Virtual safety car still out. It's ended now.
Going green. Maintain.
Well, here comes the green flags.
Green flag.
We're underway and we take advantage straight away of that, but Vettel, of course, into the pit lane. We need to avoid him, and we do manage that. Maybe that's why we had so many crazy incidents last year, crazy safety car incidents. But Antonio Giovinazzi out of the Grand Prix, not sure what happened to him.
There's been an incident on track, but
somehow no safety car
right now. Just be careful.
Well, we're now on lap 6 of this Grand Prix. It looks like Lance Stroll might have a little look at us, but well, he did and made a little bit of contact, and I bet you he's lost a bit of his front wing there, but there's nothing we could have done about that. We were just, well, we actually took a narrower line than we usually do to try and leave him a bit more room, but yeah, we're struggling to get past the 2 guys in front, but I suppose that is understandable considering we are on the slower tyres, so we just got to bide our time here, not push too hard to try and get past them, and you know, wait our turn for the pit stops. It looks like Ricciardo, well, I thought Ricciardo might have been coming in there, but just taking a strange line. And there you go, already sort of 20% wear on these tyres. It looks like Ricciardo's going to drop out of that 1 second window very, very shortly. And you can see that their tyres will be dropping off. Our tyres are dropping off, so goodness knows what their tyres are like in front. But, well, this is our best chance yet on Daniel Ricciardo, and I think we are going to go for a lunge down the inside because we're getting held up by these guys now. And I think we'll be able to make the move on Tsunoda very, very quickly here. It looks like Raikkonen ahead is going very, very slowly as well. So this is a good opportunity to gain some track position in this race.
Gap to teammate behind is 18.7 seconds. The officials are deploying the safety car due to multiple cars being stopped on track. Mind your delta. Okay, slow down, slow down. Your delta is negative.
I'm not entirely sure what happened there, but let's have a little look. It looks like somebody has crashed here. And it was Leclerc. He went into the back of a Haas as they were coming into the pit lane. And, well, the safety car has been deployed. And now we have a big decision to make.
A new strategy is available on the MFD.
I think we come in and pop on the hard tyres and see if we can go to the end of the Grand Prix. It's still a bit early in the Grand Prix to do that, but because it would have been lap 21 that we were coming in on these mediums. I think we try and take advantage of it and see if we can hold on
to the race.
But Charles Leclerc is out of the race. Everybody else seems to have come in as well. So here we go. We're into the pits. Alonso still out there, of course. Let's see.
Go, go, go.
Well, just seemed to stop there. I'm going to flashback that because that seemed to be a little bit harsh. There we go. Away in time that time. And
okay, stay clear of the white line on the exit. You'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross over into the track.
Out in. Oh, I thought we were going to be back out in 6th, but we're back out in 8th. Ahead of Raikkonen, who we were, of course, behind before. And ditto with Yuki Tsunoda. So this has worked out really well for us. Mick Schumacher is ahead. In theory, we don't have to come back into the pits now. So we're just going to look after these tyres and see how we get on. But, well, can't believe Charles out of the race. So safety car in this lap then. Trying to make a move on Sergio Perez. Mick Schumacher is surely going to be a big cork in the bottle. But here we go. Around the final corner, we are away.
Okay,
we're underway
has been cleared.
in this Austrian Grand Prix once again. And we know that we've got the pace to get past here. Perez having a little look at Schumacher into turn 3. This is going to be a close one. And there is a little bit of contact. And, well, Raikkonen having a little look at us as well. And he's going to move to the outside. We're just going to take it nice and easy. We know our strategy is an alternate one. We don't need to risk nosediving. Schumacher, but Raikkonen's having a look, and what a move for him. And there goes Tsunoda as well. So that's a bit of a disaster for us. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Well, Schumacher, very, very naughty there. And Perez has come in as well, so he must have made some contact with Schumacher on their lap. But that was so close. We could have easily went into the back of Schumacher there. That was ridiculously close. And now we've got to try and settle down, get these tyres into the right window, and attack.
behind is gaining on you by 0.5 a lap.
Well, we got a good chance on Tsunoda here. Raikkonen has come into the pits, and now we're through. On Yuki, he's gone down the inside, but we should have a better exit, and we do. Yuki will have DRS, so he's right in our slipstream. But I think we should be able to hang on here, down the inside. And we do, we managed to force him out wide. And up to 5th place now.
Drop your speed, our delta is too low and we risk a penalty. Slow your pace immediately.
Well, we're into the pits. Because the safety car's just come out, we might as well put on a brand new set of medium tyres. We were right here. It's a risky move, but one that I hope will pay off and not lose us any positions.
Up to speed now.
And there you go,
Let's
we only lose
those tires.
the one position, and we've got brand new medium tyres on. That's got to be a good move, and we're ahead of Raikkonen once again.
Don't panic just yet.
Oh no.
We've seen a problem at our end. We're looking into it.
Well, I mean, can you believe it? We're about to get racing again. Get underway.
Safety car is in this lap.
Safety car in this lap, so
let's make sure those tyres are up to temperature, and remember, there is no overtaking until the timing line. Stay in position until the green flags.
well, we're about to get underway here. And we've got 5 cars in front of us, and we genuinely have a chance of winning this race here on these fresh mediums. Let's see how well we can go.
It looks critical.
No.
Find somewhere to retire as soon as possible. We can't risk
my
carrying
God.
on with this race.
Well, we have another mechanical failure. A gearbox issue. And that is just ridiculous. I'm just in sheer disbelief that that has just happened again for the 4th time this season. And somebody said a few episodes ago, why don't you just turn the failures off? And, well, this is what it's all about. You know, this is what the immersion is.
Yet another historic win under their belts. Well done to the team at Mercedes.
I'm gutted. I honestly think we could have won that race there on the fresh tyres. And look at that.
The car was absolutely vital today. It's been obvious all weekend that the pace was there, but look at the attrition rate we've had. They would have been very concerned about any minor anomaly towards the latter stages of this Grand Prix.
We're just so unlucky.
So after a magnificent race, we can now see the drivers making their way to the podium. Once again, it's the Silver Arrows who take top spot. A well-earned victory for Mercedes.
You know, we had 2 safety cars. We were in a terrific position to go and take another podium. And, you know, we would be right up there in the championship had we been finishing all of these races where we've been so unlucky. I think we'd have actually scored points in every race. Of course, in China, it was our own fault. We had the incident, but
let's have a
other
look
than
then
that,
at the drivers' standings. It's a great result for Lewis Hamilton, who moves further ahead at the top of the table. Now, let's discuss, Ant. Who would you say is a contender for driver of the day?
Yuki Tsunoda gets my vote today.
It's time to see how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. Mercedes continue to extend their lead. Well, that was certainly an incredible weekend of racing. Be sure to join myself and Ant for more exciting Formula One action soon.
you just can't believe it. You know, you look at that. Hamilton wins in the end. He beats Lando Norris by 2.5 seconds. Verstappen 3rd, Alonso 4th, Tsunoda 5th, Stroll in 6th, Raikkonen 7th, Perez 8th, Ricciardo 9th, and Sebastian Vettel in 10th. Both Ferraris out of the Grand Prix. Leclerc in a spectacular fashion, really. I mean, if we look at the race director, look at all these incidents. I mean, Charles Leclerc actually had a severe collision with Stroll. They both got 5-second time penalties for that. Terminal damage for Giovinazzi. Terminal damage for Leclerc there. What else have we got? There you go. Terminal damage for Bottas. We don't get the terminal damage message, which is weird, but there you go. That is everything. I mean, lots of people changing their front wings throughout the race. Charles Leclerc, of course, one of them. Nikita Mazepin, Daniel Ricciardo later on in the Grand Prix. We obviously came in, switched to the medium tyres much later on. Hamilton came in the lap after. So maybe we wouldn't have won the Grand Prix because Hamilton had fresh tyres anyway. But I think we'd have definitely finished on the podium. But yeah, that is just unbelievable, really. Yeah. A 5th retirement of the season. And considering we've only had 8 races, that's pretty ridiculous. So, yeah, it's it's whether we have to up sticks and move mid-season to try and get our career back on track, but oh goodness me, well, we shall see. Again, they're not happy, so it was a gearbox issue. I mean, look at this now. Yeah, we can't use that anymore, so we're gonna have to take a grid penalty next time out, which means I think we're gonna take the full whack. We're going to take a brand new engine. We need to do it at some point anyway. So that's what we're going to have to do, I'm afraid. And get ourselves a 4th engine in there. But let's try and end this episode on a positive. Let's hope that this ultimate update works. Let's see. 11th of July. Yes, there you go. There you have it. So we've got some more
we've had the new
updates
parts come through the fabrication process. We'll have them with us for the next Grand Prix.
And now, there you go. We're up to 5th in the sort of performance ranking. It looks like McLaren and Aston Martin have also had some good updates. We have got some more coming very, very shortly. And hopefully they will take us up towards Alpine. But it should be a much closer battle now for the last spot on the podium, essentially. I know Red Bull are slightly ahead, but they just don't seem to be having a great season. So, particularly Perez down in 8th there. I mean, maybe that's where we go. Do we go to Red Bull? Do we try and take on the Max dynasty? I mean, that's going to be an interesting one. But look at that. We're down in 11th on 25 points. And we've been robbed of, many podiums. Particularly in Baku. And there in Austria. You look at that. Possibly another 36 points to add in, and all of a sudden we're up to 5th in the drivers' standings. But that's Grand Prix racing for you, and I've never ever seen somebody retire from so many Grand Prix. But that is what's so good about this feature. Having those mechanical failures in there, it completely mixes it up. And every race we've finished, we've actually finished inside the points. That 18th there that you see from Baku, that was because it was on the penultimate lap. We were still classified in 18th, but it was an engine failure. So yes, it's a shame, but that's where we will leave it for today. If you have enjoyed it, give it a big thumbs up down below, subscribe for more F1 content, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.